Hello, how are you? I hope you're fine. My name is Nelly, and this is my YouTube channel, and I want to welcome you so much to this session that we are going to discuss about the CBC. I uploaded some videos yesterday, and many people that they watched that video really advised me that I should do the CBC part because I'm a CBC teacher also, and in CBC there are so many changes, especially in literature, Kiswahili, and even in the other subject, technical subjects like agriculture, pre-technical, and music. So those subjects that the government decided to merge them, and I know it has so many changes in it. So that's why I've decided that we are going to do the CBC way, because even the 844, it is only how many classes that are remaining. From next year we will not be having the Form 1. So there are two videos that I did about Form 1 work. We were discussing about acids. I introduced acids, bases, and indicators, and then in Form 2 I did trigonometry 1. But when I sent to most of you, you told me that I should do the CBC. So CBC is the way to go. It is a competency-based curriculum that we all need to embrace it, and so that's why I've decided today that I should have a conversation with you. And I want you in the comment section, if you are a teacher, if maybe you are a student and you're listening to this, and I know maybe some of my students, the parents, you will watch this video. I want you to comment there in the comment section. As a teacher, what would you like me to cover in our next lessons? Because I know we are now we are breaking for holidays, maybe from next week Tuesday there, and we will be at home. So in this channel you will be finding a lot of materials for CBC revision materials. I'll be giving you a link or my email there. You can text me or you can inbox me for papers. Even my number, I'll leave it there so that you can text me. I give you maybe papers for revision, because I know CBC is new to all of us, and all of us we are trying to understand it. So I want us in this channel, that's what we will be discussing, because most people told me, Nelly, you know the CBC is going to be over, it is only remaining 2 years. No, the 844 is going to be over, so why don't you produce videos about CBC? And that's what I've decided to do, guys. So in the comment section, I want you to comment what would you like me to cover. But for the next few days, that maybe from today, because today is holiday and I know most of you are at home, so today I will not post anything, but only to discuss with you about what we will be covering here. Most of the times I'll be guiding you about the professional documents, and we all know the professional documents that we need. We have the IP, we have the schemes of work, records of work, and we have lesson plans, both from pre-primary school, the upper classes, and the junior secondary. So that is how the CBC have been divided. We have the pre-primary, that's from PP1 to grade 3, and then we have the upper classes from grade 4, 5, and 6, and then we have the junior secondary school, which now we have 2 classes, that is grade 7 and grade 8, right? Yeah, I hope we will be able to help each other through this channel, and also I'll be uploading maybe videos about some of the lessons, all lessons, because I'm told that in CBC you have to teach all the subjects. Even if I know most of the junior secondary teachers, we had specialized in 2 subjects, but now in CBC we need to do everything. So I'll be covering lessons, both all the subjects. Personally, I specialized in mathematics and chemistry, but now you will find me teaching agriculture, you will find me teaching pre-technical, you will find me teaching business, and all those subjects. So I know it is a new thing that all of us, we are trying to understand it, but as we try to understand it, I've gone through all the subjects that I teach. Mostly they are all okay. It is not that heavy content for the learners, but it is a good content. For example, when we are talking about integrated science, because that is what I've handled recently. Integrated science, these kids have been introduced actually to atoms, elements, which some of us were introduced when we were in Form 2 or in Form 1, when we were introduced about elements and compounds. I think that was in topic 2, if I'm not wrong. This the topic 2 of mixtures, compounds. That's where we were introduced, if I'm not wrong. And then now in CBC, these kids are being introduced in grades 8, which means CBC actually is breaking the most complex things into simpler. If in my opinion, or in my case, I can see CBC is actually, and it is introducing bits by bits. They are defining what is an element, what is an atom. So this kid, by the time we are introducing to them about the 20 elements, this kid will have understood and at least will be able to explain in details now. And the lessons becomes enjoyable. So basically what I want to tell you is that we are going to discuss. First of all, I will start with professional documents, maybe to explain the changes that are there. For example, I was looking at the schemes of work. We all know that a scheme of work outlines the content to be covered over a period of time. For example, when you're writing the work that we should cover in term one, okay, our curriculum or our system of education, we have first term, second term, and third term. So the work that should be covered in first term, a teacher should have the schemes of work of that term first. And then the schemes of work will help you to produce record of work. And then we have the lesson plan, that you have to plan your work each and every day. As long as you have today agriculture, you need to write a lesson plan for agriculture before you go to class as a teacher. That one we know. And then if I'm talking about the record of work, you have to record your work. That one we develop it from the schemes of work. But the schemes of work followed the design, what we call the design. The design I will also discuss in details. So in CBC, the schemes of work is a structure and content of an academic course, what we'll cover. So the CBC format has 9 columns. It has 9 columns. I don't know, I can't remember the other, the 844, but as we'll be discussing in details about the schemes of work, actually that is our next video. I will upload a video discussing and even illustrating the schemes of work, and I will do the one for integrated science. I'll start with the integrated science, both grade 7 and grade 8. So in the first column, we all know it is the week, followed by the lesson, and then strand, substrand, specific learning outcome, KIQ. KIQ is a key inquiry question, and then we have learning experiences and reflection. So what I've discovered about the schemes of work, it has changed. This was not what we used to write when we went for our teaching practice, but now when we went for our teaching practice, we taught 844. But now the system requires us to teach CBC. So when you're teaching CBC, you need to do a lot of research. You need to do a lot of research. And that's why I've opened this channel. Actually, I'll be talking about the CBC content, what is there and what to be covered, what we need. And as a teacher, how should you prepare your lessons? Because this is a new system. So another thing that I would like us to cover is the other documents about the, there is that document that you record the progress record of the learners. You have learners with a disability, and also we have the slow learners. In CBC, we don't call them slow learners. We call them the time takers. So that is the name that we call them. And then you have that document. So I'll be discussing all the documents one by one and how to arrange them, how to keep them, and then also the assessment tools. We have the assessment tools in CBC. Assessment tools are many. So it depends with you, it depends with the teacher, which assessment tool have you chosen, and also maybe with the topic that you are handling. If you are handling maybe a practical, there is a different assessment tool that you will use. If you are administering maybe a written, and in CBC it discourages written tests a lot. So as a teacher, you should not use written tests a lot. It encourages other assessment tools. We will be discussing all of them. And then also we have in CBC, we have the core competences, we have the values. We will be discussing all of them here for you to understand and how to include them in your learning areas, in your learning area. So if you're teaching maybe literature, and also in literature we have the set books. We have the set books, and both for Kiswahili and English. So those one also I'll be updating you about the set books that we are supposed to buy, the set books that we are supposed to administer, the content. For the 844, I think we started to do set books in Form 3, actually in Form 3 or in Form 2, that third term there. That is, I think CBC for me it is the best, because we are introducing these kids, even though it is not a big content, but we are introducing them to something that these people will come later and be like, last year we learned this year we are learning this, and they know. But when we were doing 844, actually when I compare 844 and CBC, 844 was more of content. Which content have I grasped in this Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4. But CBC is not about content. CBC is not about competition. CBC is all about the competence of a child. So if this child loves to do set books, that child can be a writer actually. And I've noted in my class that I teach most of the learners in grade 8, these learners, you will find them when they are doing set books, they are actually excited, and it gives them that they want to express themselves, they want to discuss what the characters are doing, and it is such exciting. But when I remember when I was in high school, 844, actually there was nothing like that. Like, these kids enjoy the stories, but for us we had a lot. You are trying to understand mathematics, you're trying to understand English, you're trying to understand biology, chemistry, a lot, and you need to perform well in this subject. So I just want to welcome you to this channel, and I hope you will support me a lot. And also, if you note anything that maybe I've spoken which is not right, just in the comment section correct me. I'll be very happy to hear from you, to discuss with you, and also to know the updates. Correct me, and even send me the updates from the government, because they are our drivers. We follow what they tell us, and we want to do the right thing. I am very sure that's what we want. So I will also be covering, I've said we will start with the professional documents. After the professional documents, I'll be talking to you about what grade 9 will be covering in the design of grade 9, especially the science and mathematics, and also English and Kiswahili. I'll be giving you updates on that. So thank you so much. As you enjoy your Easter, I wish you all the best, and continue celebrating it well. Have a good day or a good evening. I don't know which time you're watching this video, but may God bless you.